Hello, and welcome to Famicast 178, your Famicast for the latter part of July 2020. I'm your host, Danny Bivens, and today I'm joined, as always, by James Charlton.
After this, of the is the yoga.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Danny. I didn't mean that, man. I'm very sorry for insulting me like that. What I meant to say, I know, it's pretty disgusting to say that to you. What I meant to say was, omae mo shinderu.
Yes. Thank you for that.
Which is a lot nicer, right? So there you go.
Yes. And thank you. We're also joined by Tyrone Sugar himself.
Yeah, here we go!
And wow, still the warehouse. I love it.
Hell yeah.
We call that
maybe
spike
this
in the
week
mind.
I'll unpack all this shit, but don't bet on it.
All right. And of course, we're also joined by friend of the show. His Christian name is the Zegga, aka Scott.
This isn't the Batman and Robin versus Mario versus Terminator podcast that I thought it was. How the hell did I even get here?
Actually, it is. And yeah.
Hi.
Hey, man.
You're not
welcome back,
sending
Scott.
me to the cooler.
All right, everyone. Chill.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day, brilliant movie.
It is. It's a work of art.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Danny's lost his marbles. Okay. Danny, this podcast has started.
Marbles. No, we're not talking about Hook today. Not yet. Anyways, yeah, as always, we've got an action-packed show for you guys today. Lots of new games to talk about. Lots of stuff happening in the news. We're going to get to the Nintendo Direct Mini that happened and our reactions on that. That'll be fun. Question mark.
Reactions on that?
Yeah. But as always, we're going to go ahead and kick off things with some new business. And I figured I'll just go ahead and get started with new business. I'm going to get some. Yep.
Jesus.
So, hope you guys like baseball.
Get on with it, mate.
Yeah, but before we talk some baseball, because I know everybody loves baseball so much, there was another game that came out not too terribly long ago that you might know by the name of Paper Mario and the Origami King. So,
say it properly, Danny. You got to say the Japanese title.
Excuse me. Paper Mario Origami King.
There you go. Get that grammar out of here, boy.
Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, so Paper Mario and the Origami King, that came out just last week, I believe. And yes, I've been playing a little bit of that. And yeah, I've actually been enjoying it so far. I mean, to be honest, this is my first Paper Mario game I've actually bought and played since the original. Damn. So, I mean, I've always been interested in all the ones that came out, afterwards, maybe with the exception of Super Paper Mario on the Wii. Like, that didn't seem appealing to me at all.
Was that, it was just like a platformer kind of thing? Yeah,
because I was thinking, like, man, I want an RPG, like that type of a thing. But, I'm not going to, like, throw shade on the game or anything like that just for trying to be different. Because, it is what it is. But, then with the 3DS version that came out and, like, the Wii U version and stuff, like, I thought those all looked pretty cool, but I just didn't bite for whatever reason. Maybe I was playing something else. 2016 is kind of hard to imagine what the hell I would have been playing aside from like the Famicom Mini, because that's when the last Paper Mario game came out. But there it is. But obviously, with this game, this is Nintendo's second time doing an HD Paper Mario, with the first one being on the Wii U. So I mean, visually, obviously, things look freaking fantastic. So that's not an issue at all. But yeah, and then story wise and stuff like that too. It's cute. It's fun. I think I'm maybe about like 6 or 7 hours in or something like that. So,
oh wow, you've broken the 30-minute barrier. Good job.
Right. It's weird. Somebody had a gun to my head, so I had to do it.
Good work.
But yeah, so the story's fun. Lots of fun characters and stuff like that. Even though they're not, there's a big hubbub. Last week or whatever, how one of the producers at Nintendo said something along the lines like, hey, we are no longer allowed to change the designs of any of like the enemy characters or anything like that for the Paper Mario series. Did you guys hear about that?
Yeah, all of the new characters are here. Goomba, Shy Guy, Turtle Man, Bomb Man. It's like, never seen these people before.
Yeah, so I mean that's kind of disappointing because thinking about the first Paper Mario and then just looking at stuff from the second Paper Mario, there was all like sorts of cool designs and cool characters that they had that were based on these enemy characters, and I think part of the fun with it was seeing these like kind of characters be individualized so that they're not just a blanket Goomba or a blanket Babam or Shy Guy, whatever stuff like that. But
what's a blanket Goomba?
You cover up with him at night, obviously.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it's weird. It's kind of the same problem that the Mario Kart series has, where it's like, okay, now we're getting into Gold, Peach, Purple, Daisy, Luigi's, boxing shorts. It's like, okay, just make a new fucking character, or just let other series characters in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why Nintendo always paint themselves into a corner with these kind of. It has to be strictly in the Super Mario universe and nothing else, and it cannot change it at all. Don't know why they do that sometimes.
Yeah, I don't either. Sorry, I'm pulling up a couple other things here. But obviously, the battle system is a little bit different here too. So I mean, even playing just what little bit I have, I still have got to get into a couple of different. More than a couple, but quite a few different battles and stuff with the enemy characters and stuff like that. And, I think for the most part, I've been enjoying it. I think it's been pretty fun, but, and I've seen some other people kind of mentioning this on Twitter and stuff. I've been kind of trying to keep eyes off of reviews and stuff because I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to make one myself or not, but I've heard a lot of people saying things like, they've actively tried to avoid battles after a certain point. And I think there's a couple of reasons that I'm kind of trying to do the same thing here myself. And reason being is that basically there's really no purpose to fighting other than just fighting. You don't gain XP from the battles. Yeah. So you might get some items or something like that.
I was going to say, are there items from battles or?
Occasionally, maybe. I'm trying to think now.
So what's this thing I'm hearing? Well, even Nintendo tweeted a kind of a tip video. It said just throw coins and then the toads will help you. I have no fucking idea what that means.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. So basically throughout the game, there are toads hidden all over the place. You've probably seen it in like the trailer and stuff like that. And the more toads that you find in the world, the more that are going to be populated in like these stands and stuff when you're actually doing the fighting. And before you make any choice as to because it's just to back up just a second here. So you're on like a round grid type of a deal, and you're trying to line the enemies up into like straight lines or into like 2x2 little areas so that you can affect them or so you can attack them more effectively. If you have them lined up, you'll be able to do like 4 jumps in a row with Mario's boots. If you have some guys lined up really closely, you can just whack them with the hammer. But if they're all spread out and stuff, then, you have to take more turns to attack them and stuff like that. So before you actually can lay out any attacks and stuff like that, you have to, you're given an opportunity to line them up as best as you possibly can. So
it's kind of like a puzzle type thing where you kind of moving stuff like a block puzzle kind of thing.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
So
it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, so I mean, it's that. I mean, starting out, it's not so bad. Actually, it's pretty easy, but it gets a little bit more complicated.
Mm-hmm. You need to get that excedento.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I think overall it's fun. Like the battle system's fun, but yeah. And then, I'm sorry, back to the toads. So you have these toads sitting in the crowd. And before you even make your moves, if you press and hold the Y button, you can basically offer up some coins that you have. And what this does, then the toads will basically choose to help you out in the battle. They can attack the other enemies, or they can, sometimes give you items and stuff like that too. So
cool.
Yeah.
So that what's the thing where they kind of sprinkle confetti or something? I don't know what they're doing. Like sprinkling colored paper everywhere.
Yeah. So basically throughout the game world, there are like little pits and holes that are kind of all over the place. And it's a result of, this Origami King guy and his minions basically destroying the world of paper. And sometimes from like whacking trees or plants and stuff like that, or finding little bags of confetti sometimes. You get this confetti that you can use to fill in the holes. If you press like the R button, Mario's going to throw stuff up in the air and it'll fill in the holes. I mean, the bigger the hole, the more confetti that you're going to need. So,
are there some motion controls associated with that? I saw some, I don't know what, I saw the video, but it was like a gesture like, do this. And I'm like, fuck that. I don't want to be doing motion controls. Thank you.
Yeah, so with the motion controls, it's something that's optional, but you have to, turn it off afterwards. It starts out automatically on. But that's for what's called like the 1,000-fold arms, the thing where you see Mario's arms get like really long. And that's not something that you can use all the time. That's something that you can only use on very specific parts in the world. There's like a little emblem that'll become available, and it makes it very obvious that there's something to do.
All right. It's like solve the puzzle button.
Basically, it's like, okay, you could rip something off from here, or sometimes you have to like pound something, basically.
Rip and terror.
Yeah.
There you go. Literally in this game.
Yeah. So.
All right then. So can you just avoid battles, by the way, Danny? Just like you see an enemy on. Do you see the enemies, right? They don't just magically. Okay. Can you just walk around them?
You can, yeah. It just depends on like how fast you are. You could do it. You could totally do it. And like I said, after you like explore an area, and you maybe like you're having to backtrack to go get some health or buy some items or something like that. Then like maybe it would definitely behoove you to just avoid enemies because you're like, shit, I'm about to die or something like that. Or I really don't want to push my luck here or something. So
okay, so you could go through the whole game without really fighting anything, apart from the bosses, I guess.
Theoretically speaking, maybe.
And it wouldn't affect your ability to beat the boss or anything. Or
it doesn't seem like it would. I haven't beaten or got to the first boss yet, so I don't know. And then like the boss battles seem like they're different kinds of puzzles in and amongst themselves. Like even just from remembering like the trailer and stuff, you're actually going through, kind of the round thing, but you're having to like basically plot a path so you can get to the boss and then be able to do some damage.
Okay, well, it's definitely an interesting spin on the old RPG thing, isn't it? Like you don't have to grind, and you can beat bosses by just being smart.
Yeah,
that sounds like a good deal.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm enjoying it so far, I think, but like I said, battles just seem kind of meaningless. So,
all right. I don't know. I don't want to sound harsh, but just from everything I've seen, everything just looked a little bit too generic, like I'd seen it before, kind of thing. Even though it's a brand new game, is that harsh?
Maybe. I mean, I think there's more to it than just looking at the generic Goombas and stuff like that. Because even though they do look just like regular old Goombas and stuff like that, they actually give them a bit of personality with the dialogue and stuff, which is definitely the strong point of the game. Just the written dialogue and stuff like that. So,
are you playing it in English or Japanese?
Yeah, I'm playing it in English. Okay, I thought about going through it in Japanese, but I was like, I'll just play it in English. It's easier. And I was looking when I booted up the game, I was like, maybe they just have the option to do it, straight in the game, like some games do, but
right,
it doesn't. Yeah,
it's got to be a system language, right?
Yeah. Scott, have you played any Paper Mario games?
The original on N64. I did not beat it though.
Okay.
As I might have mentioned on the podcast before, I used to work in a video store, and I remember when that game came out that not only was it was very difficult to get your hands on it just for retail. Like if you wanted to just buy it, because Nintendo did not anticipate how popular it was going to be. And so we were only able to get 2 copies of it at the video store, and they were off the shelf 7 days a week. It was that good. Yeah. And there was finally, once the hype died down, I managed to steal it for a weekend, and I put some hours into it, and it was really, really magical. It was really great. And I wish I had played more of it, but
is that like a battery backup save? So like you rent it, you delete someone's save, and then you start your own save.
That's right. Yep. And I was good though. I was good. I always picked the one that had the least amount of playtime on it. Because I'm not an animal.
Right. Yeah. How far we've come, right? How far we've come.
And regressed, but yes.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Animal Crossing saves are still stuck to your system, right? because you can't do the cloud backup, right?
Like Switch.
So,
yeah.
So in some cases, you're kind of right.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Anybody else have any questions about this Mario or Paper Mario or anything?
What would you give it on out of 10 scale?
A little early, but I'd say at least a 7.5 or 8.
All right. Well,
here's game of the year.
Here's a follow up. I'm honestly curious about this because the advertisements have been on the TV a lot here in Japan, and my wife, who likes to play games with me, like very casually,
my
she
wife
was like,
right?
Yeah, my waifu. Yeah. She likes to she likes the classics like old school Mario Kart and Super Mario World and stuff, and we have so much fun playing on that SNES Classic. But even she saw it on TV and she goes, "Whoa, what is that?" I was like, "That's the new Mario game, babe. It's like an RPG though, and that's kind of not your jam." She's like, "Oh, it looks really cool though." I'm like, yeah, it's Mario. It's Paper Mario basically. It's probably pretty great. How would this game fare with somebody who does not play games regularly to the extent that us geeks here in the podcast do?
Excuse me. Sorry. God.
Let me answer that for Danny.
Yes.
It'll be the hardest game in the world, and she should definitely not play it.
Yes. No. I think it would be probably pretty easy to get into. I could see somebody that's maybe a more casual gamer maybe getting a little annoyed with battles, because sometimes you kind of have to sit and think. You're like, God, how the hell do I put these things together? Because you're on a timer. You only have like a certain amount of time to do it. You can in the game pay coins to actually increase it. So I mean, I guess that's not necessarily an issue. And coins are everywhere too. But if she's into like puzzly type of stuff, maybe this would be pretty good. I mean, the story's fun. It's easy to control and stuff. So I mean, I don't think that's an issue.
No dual analog down the sight, lock on headshots.
Oh yeah, Mario FPS, Call of Duty. Got it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mario of Duty, Call of Mario.
Sign me up.
Yeah. Fortunately,
Rip
nothing like that. So I don't know. I could see it being something. It's just a damn shame there's not like a demo or something that she could try out or something,
Maybe one day, Danny, right? Game trials 2025.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's we laugh about the second analog stick, but there are a whole generation, probably several generations of people who have never used a second analog stick in their life, and they've only used D-pad and one analog stick. N64 was where they stopped. Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. GameCube was too much for them.
Yeah. Cool. Anybody else have any other things they want to ask about or anything?
No. Get on with your baseball. Are you going to talk about baseball?
I'm going to talk about baseball briefly here because somebody, believe it or not, asked or said something like, "Hey, I'm looking forward to hear you talking about this game on the podcast." So,
all right.
Was it you looking into a mirror?
Damn it! Yeah, no, not this time. Not this time. So, obviously, on the last show, I was talking about how I was going to be picking up a baseball game at midnight after the show.
Right. That inspired the title of the episode. Yeah, good job.
Which I did, and I will say it was a really weird start to the evening after the podcast, because not only did I stay up super late doing shit with the game and going to work the next day, like on my way to the door, I like turned on my light for like the entryway to my house and stuff like that. There was a freaking cockroach crawling around, so I was like, great, so I killed him with my foot. I'm glad I had socks on. That was gross.
What is this unnecessary detail you're talking about?
Well, it would have been.
I like it. It's very visceral. It's very real.
I think it would have been weirder if you had killed it with somebody else's foot, but that's
right.
Whatever.
His wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then somewhere in between, riding through the pitch blackness and areas where there are no lights.
You then moved up in the ranks of the animal kingdom and killed a bigger animal, yeah?
Well, no, then I ran into a spider web at some point that I noticed when I got to the game shop. It's like, what in the shit is on my head? And it was like really thick too. It felt like little strings were just like all over me.
Like a hairnet?
Basically, man, I got into the game shop and then I was like just like kind of doing like this. they probably thought, like, what the hell is wrong with this lunatic? I just kept doing it probably for about 5 minutes, and then I finally, went up to the counter and got my game.
So cool. It's,
so cool. It's like, yeah, the freaking weird white guy just freaking out over there. Don't worry about it. I was just hoping like a big ass spider wasn't like on me somewhere or something too. So
still there, right there on your head.
It could
right
be.
now.
It really could be. I don't know. We don't have the technology. But anyways, so yeah, I got the baseball. This is, of course, Power Pro Baseball 2020 on the Switch. This is also on the PlayStation 4. It just came out, like I said, it was on July 9th. And there are a shit ton of new modes, modes in general in this game. And I'm not going to talk about all of them now. I've already talked about a lot of them in separate videos and stuff like that. So if you want to, learn about that, you can. And we also have an English guide that I made for basically the main menu, and also just to let you know how to get into just a regular game of baseball. So you can see that in video form. You can actually see that on the Famicast.com too as like an image. So if you got this game and you want to find out what some of the stuff is actually saying, we got you covered to an extent. I'm not going to like translate the whole game because that is literally a job. So
sounds a bit lazy there, Danny.
Yeah. Get off my lazy ass and do this.
Yep.
No, but like, it's baseball. It's Japanese baseball. It's pretty easy to control your pitching and stuff like that. When you're pitching, you're basically choosing your pitch, pressing the B button and choosing the location. And when you're batting, you're kind of controlling where the bat is and then, hitting the ball, obviously. But one of the cool things in this game that I really liked, they have this mode called Live Scenario. And this basically allows you to play different scenarios that basically mimicking what is happening in real life baseball. So like, let's say like today, we just had some baseball games, obviously, and stuff like that. So as soon as Konami updates that particular thing, you can take a look. You can basically play like a little mission from the game. So, which is pretty cool. And like they put you into very specific things. You can be on offense, you can be on defense, and yeah. So I've been enjoying that, and it's pretty cool. But yeah,
glad you're enjoying it, Danny. So what's on the checklist then for baseball games you have not played? You're down to like what, 2 or something?
Yes. Yeah.
That anime one full of nude anime girls that Ty loves. Have you done that one yet?
Yeah, it's probably not going to make that one public. So
cool.
Yeah.
Next.
All right. Yep, that's enough out of me. So next, Scott, did you have anything that you wanted to talk about, even just for a little bit?
2 things. Finally got around to making the entire family. I think I mentioned it last time. My wife and I moved back in with her family. So there's 5 of us now in one house, and we finally got around to making everybody making everybody's me on Switch.
Okay.
I wish I had a picture that I could share with you guys, but privacy. But that's been really fun because we'll play Mario Kart, and the parents don't play, but us kids being in our mid-30s play it, and we're having like endless laughs playing Mario Kart and then watching the replay version on slow-mo. Like when my wife playing as my character murders herself with a turtle shell who then gets murdered by her sister. It's hilarious. Yeah. Anyway, we're having a lot of fun with that.
When you say make me's, are you making like profiles on your Switch?
Yeah, like you make your likeness.
Yeah, the actual me's.
So that you can play them in Mario Kart.
But how do you make a me without making a profile? Can you do that?
Yeah.
Because on Switch, it's like, I thought it's linked to your profile now.
Nope.
You can make a whole bunch of me's? Okay.
Yeah, you can make a whole bunch. It's actually, I thought the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could tell you right now exactly how to do it, but I can't.
All right, I believe
you. It's one of those. I think it's in the like personal settings or something before you start a game, like before you actually like load up software, and then you can go into. There's actually a section that's just called Me, and go in there and you can make one.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, we had a lot of fun with that, and it's really weird because out of the 5 of us. 4 of us look exactly like our human counterparts, except for my wife. We just can't find the right like combination of stuff. But the other 4 members of the family, it's like almost creepy. Like like, wow, that's really them. They're stuck in the machine, you know.
Well, it was designed for Japanese people in mind, isn't it? So they do have every set of Japanese facial features.
I know, I know, but my wife is Japanese, and they can't nail it. I guess she's just too beautiful. And yes, she is probably listening to the podcast. So yeah. The other fun one is they had a sale a couple of weeks ago, and I just had to scoop it up because it was like $8. I went old school. Ikaruga on
let's
Switch.
go.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that game is my childhood. I think when I first came to Japan, which was like seriously like 20 years ago, I went to a Japanese arcade for the first time, and it was there. And I just watched a guy playing it. You know, of course, he got like S rank on everything. And it was just amazing to me. And then finding out later that you could get it on Dreamcast back in the days, you know, when you had a Dreamcast and stuff.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
Download the ISO. It's only 17 megabytes.
Yeah, right. It's tiny, right? But I would never do that because I am a proper citizen that pays money for video games, Ty. I don't know what you're talking about. ISO, is that like a IOU? I
spent $300 getting the official sake cup set for this game.
Yes.
So
okay.
You know where I stand on this game.
Can I have them?
No.
Okay.
I set up an eBay alert for 10 fucking years. For
that's badass. I'm not gonna lie, that's really cool. Can we get some pictures of that on the cast tonight? Because I would love to see those.
I think I showed it off when I got it. It's packed up somewhere in my warehouse, but see me in collector's corner or something.
Yeah.
Ty gets it out and smashes it live on stream.
Ooh,
perfect.
So again, you know, like last time I was on the cast with the whole cross swords thing. This is an awesome port as usual because they have so many of the options. You know, you can set it to arcade mode. You can mess with boatloads of options. You can change the screen orientation. There's a lot of options outside of like what the standard game would normally be.
Oh, does this game have like tate mode in like portable? Like like undocked? Can you play it like
that? I'm sorry to say, I'm not sure, but Ty maybe can weigh in.
It probably does. I mean, I'm pretty sure like the GameCube version did. So
well, and it gave you the option. I don't know about portable mode. I would assume so. The one thing was when I just for a laugh, I tried to switch the mode while I was docked and connected to our TV. It said be advised that doing this when your TV does not support it could cause a fire. I was like, Jesus, what? Like that seems a little extreme. So let's say no.
What? How?
I honestly don't know. It seems
you turn your TV sideways, and it crosses wires that shouldn't be crossed, and it catches on fire.
Well, there you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
No.
Interesting.
So anyway, $8 picked it up, been fun, and I told waifu right before the podcast came on, I was like, I need to play a little bit more of this for the cast, and she was like, ooh, I want to play your new game. I was like, oh boy,
here you go.
Here we go. Yeah, and
here we go.
Yeah, it went exactly as you would expect, and the whole time she was just like, I don't get it. What hit me? I don't get it. I'm like, babe. Everybody feels that way.
Yeah.
But she thought it was pretty cool, though. She actually enjoyed it. But she'll never play it again.
Understandable. Yeah, I bought this game when it first came out on the GameCube in the States. And I got really good at the first level because I kept watching the video. Because they have like a video on that, so you can see how to basically get a perfect. And I just kept working really hard to get the perfect on that level. And then I just got so tired of playing because it just got so fucking hard afterwards. I was like, yeah, I'm just going to stand at getting like a perfect on like the first level and then just dying at the third stage. So,
by the way, it was the flip grip. That was the thing I was trying to think of that we're looking at now. So it's like you can dock, not dock, sorry. You can play a Switch in vertical mode portably, which you normally can't do, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Yeah, I think it's like a $10 kind of thing. You can get it on Fangamer and probably other websites as well. So it's good for like pinball games, shmups, like Punch Out, the arcade version of Punch Out. It's supposed to be pretty good like that.
Oh, right.
So that was the old-fashioned one. It used to have like a mirror, didn't it, or some shit like that.
Yeah, something, I don't know.
Yep, flip grip.
Cool.
Yeah, baby.
That is all.
Okay. Right. Well, Scott, anything else, man, or anything else you want to say about Ikaruga?
It's amazing. Everybody should buy it, especially if it's $8 on the eShop like it was when I got it.
Yeah.
And it's
Oh,
on
yeah.
it's on like every console now too, if I remember right. So
Yeah.
I got all the achievements on Xbox.
Yeah, I bought it on the
you
360.
are a legend.
I bought it on the 360 years ago. I'm assuming it's still tied to my account, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone should buy this game, honestly. It's a treasure, and it's made by Treasure. So there you go.
oh,
But I want to hear.
Was in our.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, that's a loud sound. Somebody was in our Discord the other day posting their fancy GameCube controller they got. The Hori D-pad one, which is amazing, and I suggested they should play Ikaruga with it. I bet that works. I bet that works on the Switch too if you have the GameCube adapter.
It should. I don't see why it wouldn't.
Because that's one of the finest D-pads I've ever used. Is the Hori D-pad controller on the GameCube.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good.
We're gonna need some pictures of the sake cups on Twitter, dude.
Yeah, I posted them before for sure.
We'll
I'll
post them
find
again.
it. I'll find it and give it a retweet.
Yes.
There it is.
Cool. All right.
Suck it to me.
Scott, if you're finished, we can go ahead and pass the torch off to Ty.
Yeah, I'm finished. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Ty, what have you been playing, man?
Rip in peace. Ty's got his mic off. Ty, plug your mic in, dude.
Sorry. I just took that out for some reason. Remember like a year ago, before I was playing Dead by Daylight like every day, and I would just like go through like 50 games in a week.
I cannot remember such times. They feel like such long ago.
Yeah, well, I'm back in that mode now, and I have played a lot of games this past week. Let's see. So first, I played Doom Eternal, start to finish. Pretty good.
Ooh.
Cool.
Yeah, rip and tear. I'm not. I don't think I like it as much as the first one, but it is still pretty good. My favorite part was the Coliseum part, where that actually integrated like a whole group of people chanting "rip and tear" into the lyrics.
Nice.
That was pretty good. So I haven't tried the multiplayer yet. I might go through get all the collectibles. We'll see. All right, next. Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet.
Is that a mobile port?
No, but it's an extremely Japanese game in the sense, like, I started up, I go through 30 pages of TOS, and then 20 pages of DLC notices, and then I play the game, and I actually shoot at things for 4 minutes and spend like 2 hours like talking to NPCs.
Oh, so it's kind of like Smash Brothers or Paper Mario.
Yeah.
Well,
But I made a really cute custom character, so that was nice.
That's really all that matters in the end of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
it actually sounds like Ninjala.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those games with the character designer that has like 50 different sliders.
Oh.
Cool.
It has the important one, the boob size one. So
Yes.
so I give it a thumbs up. Ooh, nice shirt.
Yeah, by the way, there are a couple of the guys in the chat. You know, Mark Harrison started it. He's like, hey, strong t-shirt game from Danny today. Thank you very much. I said Ty's got a pretty sweet t-shirt on too, actually.
Yeah.
WCW NWO World Tour, baby, in '64 and 1997.
What's up? What's good?
Right?
Nice.
All right.
Anyway,
So I might keep playing that game. We'll see. I played like some random ass racing games. V Rally 4, WRC 8, and another one I think.
Oh, I got that one.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just played that.
Yeah, like I have a couple of these WRC games because they keep giving them to me on Xbox Games with Gold.
Yeah.
And they all kind of bleed together in my mind, so I don't have any comments about them, so to speak.
Yeah.
But one thing I fucking hate in racing games is every racing game, shift up and shift down is like arbitrarily different buttons. and most racing games would just throw you into a race right when you start the game, and they don't tell you what they are.
Right.
I don't like that. It should be on screen, like, immediately. There should be an overlay, like, in the corner.
We just got a press email about WRC 9, actually. It's coming to the console, the Xbox and PS4 is, like, coming soon, but, like, Switch and PC is next, like, later this year or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
All right. What else? Call of Cthulhu.
Heard of this?
I played the introductory segment. I like the characterization and the setup going on. It's like a game where you look at things and you examine stuff, kind of a mystery / Sherlock Holmes thing.
Okay.
But it seems like there's a lot of like dice rolls, like even in dialogue, like Fallout has. So if you're like various stats aren't high enough, you'll like just be able to observe things, I guess. But I do like the setup of the game. You know, I just played the very beginning. Pretty good. Might give it a go later. Next, I'm just gonna keep blowing through these as fast as I can. I played Styx Shards of Darkness. It's like you play like this little goblin rogue guy and you steal stuff and backstab people. And he gives you all these surly comments and pop culture references. I did
2D?
I did
2D?
I actually
2D or 3D?
It's 3D. It's like a 3D game. It seems like it wants to be like a Thief or Assassin's Creed kind of.
Gotcha.
I don't like it. but I'm not sure why. I didn't like Thief either. I fucking hated that game.
Okay.
I'm not sure I can articulate why, but I'll think about it. This is like the second game too. I played the first one as well, and I didn't like that either.
You should have stolen it.
Played it or like?
No, I just like played the introduction to get an achievement on my board.
I hated it, and I got all the achievement points. Like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, that's a thing I do too.
I know.
We'll see. Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
Okay.
Yeah, the classic now classic.
Is it 5 years ago or something? Is their initial release or?
I think wasn't it like a fucking PS2 game?
No, that was like Budokai or whatever, right?
Yeah, they're all the same in my brain.
Basically, yeah.
Anyway, I made a custom character. He's really cute. I fought Trunks once and then I turned it off.
Okay. Trunks
went to the next game. Batman, The Enemy Within. It's like the second Telltale game.
I was intrigued by that one.
Yeah, I played like the first chapter. It seems pretty okay. You make a lot of arbitrary decisions. Like, do you want to punch this guy or kick him?
Do you want to use the salad fork or the dessert fork?
Yeah, exactly.
Persuade,
and I don't know if any of those will ever be important or not.
Alfred will remember that.
Yeah, like it really follows the Telltale cookie cutter design. I think some of their own employees were complaining about. But so I'm wondering though if they just bombard you with the constant decisions, so you don't know which ones are important and which ones aren't.
Yes.
Right. I think that's the idea.
How does the engine hold up on that? Because I noticed that, like, well, maybe because I was depending on what platform I was playing on.
Yeah.
Like that engine just gets chuggier and chuggier, like every single time I play any game in the series. Like later on, you know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like shit just hangs like no matter how good your hardware is.
Yeah, I was playing on like fucking PS4. I think the Game of Thrones game. And I was like, man, why is this like chugging so bad?
Yeah. Now that you mention it, I noticed this one actually runs really smooth.
Okay.
I think maybe they ironed out the problem since this is a more recent one, right?
Yeah, more recent than the Game of Thrones. Yeah.
I saw that for like $4 on the American eShop.
But was that just like one chapter of it? That was really confusing.
It was the whole thing. And I almost got it. And I was like, I don't know if it's not really interested in that type of game right now. But yeah.
Right. Okay, next, Dead Rising.
Chop till you drop on the Wii.
I knew you were going to say that.
Good God. No, it's just Xbox One version. They released Dead Rising 1 and 2 at some point for Xbox One.
Okay.
And it's just the same as the Xbox 360 one, except, a better frame rate or whatever.
Sure.
And I think there's like extra clothes and stuff in the game, I guess.
I mean, Ty, you've never played the Wii version. There's upwards of 4 zombies on screen at once.
Oh, I've seen it. I've seen it.
How could you possibly handle that many?
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, so it's just this is just the Xbox 360 game with higher resolution and frame rate. As far as I can tell so far. Yeah, it even has the same achievements. I actually got it's really hard to get all the achievements in this game, but I did it on 360. Probably not going to do it again, but we'll see.
That's a Keiji Inafune joint, isn't it? The Mega Man dude?
I think so, maybe.
Are there like Mega Man costumes in it or something?
Yeah. But I mean, there's also Mega Man costumes in games he has nothing to do with.
Yeah, it's Capcom being Capcom.
Right.
So yeah, I put that, and also Dead Rising 2. It's the same deal with that. It's just a re-release and a slightly better thing. I think I bought this in like a 2-pack for super cheap.
Okay.
So that's nice. What else? Warhammer 40,000 Inquisitor.
Ooh, I want to hear about this one. Yeah.
It's just a like a Diablo clone. There's a lot.
Ty, you usually limit these, massive lists of games to games that are on Xbox and Switch. Have we kind of veered from that path now?
I have not bothered to look up which ones are on Switch.
Okay. Well, most of the ones that you've said are, except Dead Rising and this one.
Yeah, I kind of felt like most of these are. Like, I know some of these are. I'm just trying to go through them, like, in under a minute. Because that's actually faster than, like, looking this shit up.
Right.
So, anyway, Warhammer 40,000 is... Yeah, it's like a Diablo clone. It's fully voice acted, which is interesting. There's lots and lots and lots of fucking words. It doesn't explain stuff very well. Like, your inventory screen, like, you barely know there is one until you look, and then you're overwhelmed with slots. But, the poverty gear that I got to start, like, just held up for, like, the first, like, hour or two of play. It doesn't even matter. Nothing matters.
Right.
You know that cheap music game I got on Switch, Super Beat Sonic?
I kind of vaguely remember that.
Right. That's regularly a $20 or $30 game, and I got it for like $1 as part of their scheme to get on top of the sales chart. I actually bought that on Xbox as well, and I was playing that a little bit. Feels good.
Did you pay more than $1?
I did. I paid a few dollars even.
Oh man, got ripped off.
But I'm in there for the achievements.
I'll tell you, also played Fast RMX on game night.
Yeah, I did. I impulse bought that.
Right.
Pretty good. Oh yeah. So hey, listeners, check out our game night. If you're not a patron, you can pay us money and join.
Yes.
Exactly. Well said.
Yeah. Well said. What else have I played in this trash pile? Oh, I played Disney's Bolt on Xbox 360, and I'm pretty sure that came out on Wii or Wii U.
What did it? Disney's what?
Bolt?
Bolt?
That has to be for achievements, right?
Isn't it a dog or something?
Yeah. It's a fucking dog. It's a cute little kids game, I guess. I wasn't disappointed by it. I got my achievements. I got out of there.
Okay, I was
That's a good movie, actually, by the way. It's worth watching.
Yeah, the game is actually very pretty. I really like the animation in it. It's top notch.
Hmm.
Now here's the game we noticed before. Party Hard. Does this sound familiar to you guys?
Party Hard.
Party Hard.
Sounds like a garbage bag game to me.
Right. We saw it in like one of the indie directs, I believe. It's a game. It's like stylistically, it's a lot like God, what's that game where you shoot all those people? Miami something.
Oh, Hotline
Hotline
Miami.
Hotline Miami. Yeah, it's got that kind of aesthetic. And you're the you play as a psycho killer who is actually just a guy trying to get some fucking sleep. And you go to a house party and you murder everyone there.
Mm.
Good lord.
But it's kind of funny. So it's more like a Hitman puzzle game kind of thing. You have to kind of take out these people by like sabotaging things or just stabbing them to death when nobody's looking.
Okay.
And random shit happens too, like like aliens or zombie attacks or whatever. Just weird bullshit stuff happens. So it's pretty amusing. It's got that pixel art look. It's got this really just like this techno party dance soundtrack. It's pretty amusing.
You can role play and pretend that it's some idiots having a house party during the pandemic. It's like the COVID party. It's like, come on, guys, go home. And then kill.
Right? You guys want to come over next week?
Yeah. Hey, he's the only guy with a mask. So there you go.
Hey, there you go.
So yeah, I actually got kind of hooked on it. I've almost beat the game. There's like 10 or 12 missions or something. And there's a whole bunch of unlockable characters too. I don't know if they do anything different off the top of my head, but I imagine they do. All right, so that's my game Blitzkrieg for this week.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
and more to come. More to come.
Always. Jeez.
So yeah, those are my drive-by opinions on those games.
Okay. All right, and James, would you mind closing us out?
Yeah, welcome to Famicast episode 179. This is feels like we've gone on to the next show. So yeah, I've been playing the next one in the Bioshock trilogy. So end of Bioshock 2, I finished that. Much enjoyed. The ending was quite different from the first one, actually. It ended not abruptly, but it ended sooner than I thought. Maybe it felt slightly shorter than the first one. I'm not sure. Maybe. And a lot of people complained about the first one. The boss was kind of weird because it was like this really just kind of out of place, almost like a Doom boss, like just shooting some big creature until it dies, which that's not really what the rest of Bioshock was about. But, with the second one, they didn't really do that. It was more kind of puzzly, story-based stuff, I guess. But it was pretty cool. And the new enemy in the second one they're called Big Sisters. We have Big Daddies. That's a Big Daddy. We're looking at a picture of a Big Daddy. But a Big Sister.
Probably not this one, huh?
Oh no, you've gone on to Infinite.
That's all I got.
Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. So Big Daddies are the guys that they look like a diving suit kind of thing, and the Big Sisters are these much slimmer ones, and they're really fast, and they've got different weapons, and they're quite scary actually. And you get like a warning when one's on the way. It'll say like a Big Sister is approaching, and the music will get really, really scary, like kind of like horror movie style violins and stuff. And it really like builds the tension. You're like shitting yourself because they're pretty powerful enemies. Like they can really fuck you up if you're not careful. And I won't spoil the ending, but the ending is kind of cool, and it's like a nice twist. And it's not the twist that I thought it was going to be, which is good. The thing that I thought was going to happen didn't happen, and something else happened, and I was like, oh wow, that's cool. And it went in a way I never thought. And I got the good ending because I saved all the little sisters, and there are three or four situations in the story where you get the option to kill someone for like extra, extra Adam, extra like basically XP that you can kind of give to yourself. And I chose not to kill all of those people, and that gave me a reward at the end. Like the ending was like a good ending and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. I'm glad that I made the choices. I mean, they were pretty no-brainer choices for me, but I guess some people didn't make the same choices. And then after that, there was the DLC, which is the famous one called Minerva's Den. And this was incredible, and it's such a big difference from the first game's DLC, which is like I said, a couple of episodes back, it's just like a few challenge rooms. It's really boring. Minerva's Den is like a full-on like whole new story. Feels like almost like you're starting a brand new game. You are playing the same Big Daddy character, I think, but like the guy talking in your ear is different. Like the places you're exploring are all unique, never seen before stuff. Like all different kind of all creations that you've never seen, places you've never seen, and even like new plasmids and new weapons that you've never seen. And like everything was new. I was like, holy shit! Like there's almost like do you remember the Wolfenstein game, the one that I played, New Colossus or whatever? There's that kind of laser beam weapon. They've got something similar to that, which is really, really cool, and like really changed up the gameplay a lot. And I was like super impressed by that. And that story thread is all about the supercomputer that powers Rapture. It powers all of the the air and the water and whatever. Everything, it powers everything, and it's kind of like discovering how that was done and why it was done, and and then you're basically like trying to tear it down by the end. And yeah, that was really, really cool, and really, really fantastic. And yeah, I was really impressed. And so that was like a really nice, because I felt Bioshock 2 was a little bit shorter, and then Minerva's Den was like an extra, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours on top of that. So in the end, I was like, wow, okay, that's a perfect amount of Bioshock 2 in the end. That was really good. And then I've just started Bioshock Infinite, the third game. I put like the first hour of the game on the YouTube channel. This is the one that's in the clouds, in the sky, which doesn't really make much sense. Physics in a physics sense doesn't make any sense what you're seeing, but it doesn't really matter. Just go along with it. It looks so beautiful. I can't believe like each game improves the graphics in such a like amazing way, but the third one is also visually, like the art style is completely different. So this is like, what would you call it? The Civil War, the American Civil War, that kind of thing. So it's like basically it's the Confederates on a massive floating island. Okay, and so like everyone in this city is white, and when you first arrive there, you think like, oh, this is idyllic, beautiful city, everything, all these wonderful, statues and everything, and like beautiful gardens. Everything's just perfect, like too perfect, and everyone's wearing these like beautiful Victorian style dresses, and everyone's talking very politely to each other. But then you hear like a few things that the NPCs are saying when you pass them, and you're like, okay, that was a little bit weird. Okay, and then just keep going, and then you're hearing more and more kind of like, slightly racist things, and then just full-on racist things. And then you start to notice that these posters that are put around, it's like, warning, it's basically like warning you about, the evildoers. It's basically like a cult, like a religious cult. Everyone's like, super hardcore Christian or whatever.
I mean, the good thing about cults is you definitely have more fun as a follower. You get more money as a leader.
Right.
Thank you, Reed Bratton.
And then there's like maybe like 20-30 minutes into the first part of the stage, and there's like this big poster. It's like warning of the Vox or something like that. Like, if you see someone with this symbol on their hand, it's the sign of the devil, and you should warn the authorities. And the guy looks down, and his hand has got that exact mark, and you're like, oh shit, people are probably going to start wanting to kill me pretty soon. So that was like a really cool kind of like build up, and then it's just that kind of slowly realizing that you're the only sane person in an insane city. Like, all of the Bioshock games are kind of like that, but like this one it's such a almost like you feel like you're in Disneyland or Disney Sea in Japan. That kind of perfect, stone and perfect trees. Everything's just perfect, and yeah, I do kind of feel that about Disneyland, to be honest, when I'm in Japan. But that's that's just me.
Then you come to my yard, you're like, Jesus Christ, when are you gonna trim that damn tree? I'm like, well,
the kids like it.
Yeah, the cats like it.
And then, yeah, the thing that kicks everything off is like, this guy calls you over, and it's like pulling numbers out of a hat or something, and it's like number 77, and I happen to have a number 77 ball that I took out of this bag, and it's like, hey, come on up, guys, come on up, guy, we're gonna play a game. And then I'm like, just the tension, I just know something horrific is gonna happen. It's just like, this is not gonna end well. And then like the curtains open, and there's this black girl, and you've got a choice to like, throw the ball at her face or throw it at the guy who's telling you to do that, right? So of course, I throw the ball in the white guy's face and I fuck him up, and then all the police suddenly come on at me, and they've got these fucking like you've probably seen, if you've seen the trailer for the game, you know what it is, like a spinning hook blade thing that you can kind of attach to stuff. That all of the cops have got these, and he's like putting it towards my head, and like like it's really really fucked up. And then like you kind of push it into the face of this cop, and it just like blood everywhere. It's like half his head gets like fucking sliced open. It's like, honestly, it's like Wolfenstein. It's so graphic. It's like, very like Wolfenstein like.
Yes, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I
even this description, huh?
Yeah. So the game is like, it's way more graphic, and I don't know if Ty's played this game, but this is right up Ty's alley. You're basically killing racist cops by slitting their throats. It's like,
hell yeah.
Pretty much got Ty written all over it.
Are you still talking about Bioshock 2?
Bioshock Infinite.
Bioshock Infinite, okay.
Yeah,
right.
That's basically like racist cop killer the game.
Cool. I'll put a pin in that. Mentally.
I'm excited to see your final opinion on it once you finished it, because I've played it.
Okay.
So
okay.
I'm and the other Bioshock games, so I'm very excited to hear what you think about it, James.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're liking them though. I love all three of them.
Yeah,
deeply.
I really appreciate like how they managed to mix it up with each one, and even more so with this one. It's like, it's still got the same vibes, and with the third one, they've really changed everything. Like even the fonts, because Bioshock 1 and 2, a lot of it is very similar. Like how you operate stuff, all the things you're looking at, everything is very very similar. Bioshock 2 slightly updated, but with the third one, it's all very very different. Even the plasmids, I don't call them plasmids anymore. It's like called vigors, and it's like you're drinking these potions that give you the power. Before you were kind of injecting yourself with these things. So you're kind of collecting these vigors from these machines that you can buy them at, which is again is similar to the other Bioshock games, but everything's just slightly mixed up a little bit, and I really appreciate that. It's really nice. And you're doing this all while you're on this floating city, like I said, and you can kind of like grapple your way across these kind of hookshot points, which is very Metroid-like, right? And I keep making these comparisons to Metroid Prime series, and the third Metroid game does that, and the third Bioshock game does the same thing. It's really weird. I just can't get over how similar that is. So you're like, you basically grapple beaming your way across these like floating cities, floating platforms. It's got this, like steampunk, I guess, but steampunk, but in that kind of Americana, way, which gives it a kind of different vibe. But looking forward to playing more. yeah, I didn't know that Bioshock would suddenly become one of my my favorite game series, having never touched it in my life, and now I really like it. I'm glad it finally came to a Nintendo platform.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, 15 years late. Well, this one was 2013, I think.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't. Well, geez, even thinking about that, man.
Yeah. So this was like a super late 360 game, right? Or
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Right, Ty?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean, 2013 was Xbox.
Yeah.
one, right?
Yeah, that was the year it came out.
Yeah, maybe it was one of those cross-platform games, like released on both kind of ones. Yeah, because it looks really beautiful, really is. Which maybe balances out the horrific things that you're seeing and doing. Because the series really looks so nice. Yeah. Yes, I think that's all for now.
Okay.
Back to you.
Cool. All right. Well, that is going to do it for new business. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to a little bit of now playing at thefamicast.com. So now playing at Famicast.com, this is where we're going to tell you guys everything that we're doing on our website, on our Patreon, YouTube channel, everything like that, so that you guys can kind of keep abreast about all that stuff. And James, how about you go ahead and just kick things off?
Yeah, like I mentioned literally minutes ago, first hour of Bioshock Infinite is live. Well, it's live for our patrons, and it'll be live for everyone else on Friday, Famicast Friday, in a couple of days. So yeah, check that out. That's got my live commentary and reactions. So everything you're seeing is real, and it's got the scene that I described in my new business. So you can see all that good stuff. And the other thing that I worked very hard on was the game night video. So Ty already mentioned it earlier, but game night number 5, which is the first one of season 4. Summer edition, and we played a whole bunch of games. We played Clubhouse, Tetris 99, Rocket League, Fast Aramex,
a little bit of Smash and a side tournament, if you will.
Right. We got some good outtakes for that as well. Danny was the right side of inebriated, which makes it all the more fun. And yeah, we had a great time, and thanks to all the patrons who came along, and the ones who couldn't, whatever, time zones and all that good stuff, you can watch the video that I made. And yeah, that was a hefty edit. That was took about 7 hours to render that video. So yeah, please watch it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Danny?
Yeah, well, last week we had a very cool thing come out here in Japan, and some of you guys might.
Wow.
So Lego Mario is now out here in Japan, and I went ahead and actually did a video on it and stuff like that. So if you want to see him in action and see the starter course and stuff like that, you're definitely gonna want to check out that video. The figure itself is actually pretty cool. I really like it. It's pretty cute. There's also a
switched on, isn't it? Because the eyes are lit up, right?
Yeah, the eyes are lit up. If I turn him off,
it's
which I'll do,
creepy if you turn it off, right?
Then he'll fall asleep.
His eyes just go, it just goes black.
Yeah, it is just absolutely dead and just so bizarre seeing him like that, especially because you bust him out of the box. And I don't know what I was expecting, but you just look at him and you're like, oh my God, what the hell's wrong with this guy?
Hello?
And then,
nightmarish there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at least the Koopa Jr. or the Bowser Jr. or whatever the heck you want to call him, he's, he looks normal because he's just Lego pieces and stuff like that. So he's not electric at all, but it's cool. There's little pieces on little special pieces that you put on the guys themselves so that they can interact with a little reader that's on the bottom of Mario. It's really cool, and that's coming out in the rest of the world later on. At the beginning of next month, at the beginning of August. So look forward to that. And in the meantime, watch my video. Yeah. I didn't catch what you just said, but sure.
World exclusives.
Oh, yes. And like I said earlier, there's baseball stuff up there too. If you guys want to check that out, you definitely should. Solid game. I just finished up a review today and posted it, so you guys can check that out. Yeah, and a little sneak peek of Paper Mario 2. I got some gameplay footage up for that. So yeah, if you're on the fence, you can take a look at some very, very early parts of the game. So, all right.
All of this and more. Anyway, me get back in.
That's right. All right, James, I think you know what time it is.
JAPANews.
That's right, folks. It's time for the JAPANews. This is the part of the show where we're going to be talking about James coughing. Now, just about news that's been going on in Japan related to Nintendo, sometimes not related to Nintendo, sometimes not related to Japan, but that's where we're at. So I'm sure that a lot of you guys out there are aware, but there was a Nintendo Direct that actually just happened earlier this week. Got some questions in the chat. I'll get to James Allen and Mark Harrison. I'm going to get to your guys' questions here in just a minute. But I want to go over this first news part here about the Nintendo Direct. So did we all check it out? Not necessarily as it hit, but did we all check out one or the other or something?
Yeah, I checked that like maybe, I don't know, 30 minutes after it had happened.
Mm-hmm.
Took a few screen grabs and gave my live feedback, live comments on it.
Yeah, it was really weird because it wasn't set to like premiere like how most of the time Nintendo Directs do. It actually just hit. Yeah. Like they must have scheduled the video. I mean, being up, doing a YouTube channel and stuff, you could kind of understand how some of this stuff works to an extent, and I think they just hit a schedule button and it just scheduled and it just showed up right at like 11 p.m. that night. So it was just quite different and just weird, but it wasn't like a big showcasey type. It was okay. It literally was a third party showcase type of thing, but it wasn't like showcasey. You know what I mean? Nothing like huge. So yeah, I watched the Western one first and then thought that was pretty lame, and then watched the Japanese one and thought it was slightly better. But the first thing I immediately thought of Ty, obviously the Cadence of Hyrule DLC, paid DLC. There's a season pass available now, right?
Right. It's like 3 DLCs for like 600 yen each.
Yeah.
So what was it like? New characters, new songs?
I did catch the new characters. I don't remember what the other stuff was.
New characters are like 39 new songs.
Ooh, that's a lot.
I think that's what they said. Maybe the total is now 39. I don't remember.
Oh.
Yeah, there's like remixes by insert name of guy that Ty probably knows here.
Yeah, I was about to say, tell me.
Yeah, I don't know. Who made the music for the first game?
Mark Cerny.
Yeah, there are a whole bunch of different artists on that. So
Crypto the Necrodancer. I almost forgot.
Yeah, so the original guy is Danny something.
Not Elfman. That's no.
Not Danny. And then there's A Rival, who actually did my favorite remixes. There's that fucking guitar guy on YouTube. What's his name?
Metal Jesus.
I mean, there's only one, so
yeah. Yeah. So and then Chip Zell, and then there was like a OC remix, like a collaborative soundtrack as well.
Okay.
So yeah, there's like at least 5. So if they're getting those guys in on, that's really good.
Cool. So you'll probably get back into the game thanks to that, right?
Yeah, probably. I'm really interested in the new characters. I saw one of them as Arya, which is like kind of one of the infamous hard mode characters in Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Oh, I just found it. 39 new songs to the game from a variety of composers: Chipzel, Family Jewels, and
A Family Jewels and A. Yeah, those are the same guys that did the Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Some songs will be new pieces entirely, while others will be remixes of existing background tracks. You'll be able to toggle between the original and new versions in the options menu.
Good stuff. So it's just like Crypt of the Necrodancer, which is great.
And the third DLC pack is a new campaign inspired by Majora's Mask, where you play as Skull Kid.
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
Wild.
So that's I guess that's a whole different campaign, right?
Yeah, and then what the cool thing too, I thought is this game is getting a physical release in October 23rd, is it right?
In Japan only, or everywhere?
I saw maybe it's everywhere, but I know definitely 100% Japan, because that's the one I was watching and it said yes. But I think that's coming out everywhere.
All right, cool. The next thing was Rogue Company, which is a free-to-play kind of shooter game, and I think you can buy the paid version, or what I would call the Cyrus version, if you want to pay $30 for the Founders Edition, and so you can play it a month before everyone else. You can do that, or you can just wait for the free one. And this has got cross-platform play and cross-progression as well. So that's definitely a potential game night game, right? We can all play together, no matter what the platform.
Doesn't look very fun to me personally, but
really, oh, okay. I thought it looked pretty good. It's like a third-person shooter, but you do missions and stuff as well. It's got like story content as well. Yeah. Okay. I tweeted about it, and then the Rogue Company people retweeted my tweet about it. I was like, okay.
They're desperate, man.
Yeah,
that should tell you something about the state of the game.
It does stink of desperation, doesn't it? And then there was a wrestling game that no one cares about.
No,
but there's that wrestler that Ty likes, Asuka. She was in the trailer.
Hell yeah.
She was there playing. Oh, I believe it's Switch exclusive. They were using Switch controllers in the commercials. So.
No, I'm pretty sure that's coming to everything.
Okay. That's cool. I want to play as Asuka in a game.
There it is.
That game looks stupid.
And then there was all the Shin Megami Tensei games. Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster coming in spring next year, and then Shin Megami Tensei 5 coming next year too.
That's wild. I'm very happy for SMT fans.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not interested in myself, but I mean, for those fans out there that have been waiting for a long time, it's like, well, here's number 5, and you're going to get this remake of this one too. So maybe some people are pretty happy.
Was that announced like at Switch launch, or like before launch, or something like that?
It was before or really close to around the launch. Yeah, man, it's been a long time coming. That's
coming soon / 4 years from now, 5 years from now. Yeah, that was crazy. Everyone thought that was cancelled, right? So that's why that was probably the biggest surprise. But it wasn't for me because I don't care about it. But for the people who do care about it, that was like a whoa moment, right?
Yeah,
so, yeah. Some people like that. They also mentioned that these kind of directs are going to be more frequent, or they're going to have more kinds of these videos later.
Yeah.
These, what do you call it? Partner showcases.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I thought it was interesting too. I wrote down in the agenda, but you could even tell, well, maybe this is like a hint too, is that, you look at the what it actually says about the title. It says partner showcase July 2020 on the Japanese one and on the English language ones as well. So does that mean there's going to be an August one? It didn't have like a specific date. Usually Nintendo Directs always say July 20th, whatever, like that. But they didn't have that. So I was kind of surprised.
So immediately everyone thought Metroid Prime 4, next Smash DLC, Mario HD Collection. Wrong.
Well, yeah, I mean, I could see that whenever they first said there's a Nintendo Direct. And they didn't, if they didn't say anything.
They literally said third-party games that have already been announced. So
yeah, no, I know. But when people see that, if that's still your guess, then dude, what?
Yeah.
What universe are you living in?
So the what was it? What was that? Megami Tensei HD Remaster, the third one, is coming out this year in Japan and next year in the West.
Oh, it's next year in the West. Okay.
Yeah. So I guess
Japan
probably only be in Japanese, won't it?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's Atlas.
And I'll be buying that for 9,000 yen near the end of the year.
Oh, not really interested. Persona seems like it was, has a little bit more of a reach than something like this, but who knows?
And then I went on to the Japanese one, and then it was immediately better. What was it called? Sakuna of Rise and Ruin, which is like a hack and slash kind of game. It kind of reminded me of that. Not Momotaro. What was that fucking fishing hook swinging game that you played, Danny?
Fishing hook.
You kind of.
Umihara Kawase.
It kind of looked like that, but it looked like visually a lot better.
Yeah. No, this game Yeah, it actually looked really cool. I was really surprised, and I just assumed, because like I said, I watched the Japanese one, didn't bother with the Western one because I was kind of just disappointed just in general. But like, I was like, wow, this is actually pretty neat. So like, yeah, it looked great, and it looked like it played pretty well too. And then it had the elements about the farming of the rice and stuff like that too, which is like, wait, what? It was just such a weird thing to have in a game that you're already just beating the crap out of, other characters and stuff like that. So weird.
So that comes out in November.
Yeah. Almost nearly identical release dates. It comes out a little bit earlier in the West, which it was weird. It was announced in like a press release in the West, like almost following the Direct, which I thought was just kind of bizarre. But yeah, they actually made time for it on the Nintendo Direct. Physical release here too.
And then there was the Atelier Riser 2 Lost Legends and the Secret Fairy.
Isn't it Atelier?
Atelier, yeah. What did I say?
Atelier.
Same thing, innit? No one cares. So that's some kind of RPG. There's loads of those RPGs on the Switch already. If you search on the Japanese one anyway, there's like, I don't know, 12 of them or something. So that's been announced to be in development.
Yeah.
So whenever that's coming out. It's basically girls with big boobs, the RPG.
Oh yeah,
which is why people like it.
There's worse RPGs out there, right?
Yeah. And then Danny's favorite game, Momotaro Densetsu, made an appearance. That was announced ages ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, they first showed that off like last September 2019. Then they had it on the mini direct in March. I mean, I made a preview video for it. If you really are interested, it's super freaking Japanese, and it's also like a party game.
Right.
I really don't like party games, and I don't know.
It's like Fortune Street or Mario Party mixed with trains and
kind of like not Japanese history, but folklore, I guess.
Yeah. Lots of Japanese people like it, but it's impenetrable to anyone else. It's like, basically, do you have N1 in kanji? Yes or no? If the answer is no, don't play it.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think it's that bad. I think they actually have pretty gone, but
then there was a whole bunch of games just like boom, 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 boom on the Japanese one, and they didn't do that for the Western one. There wasn't like a, what do you call it, like a sizzle reel, right?
Yeah.
The Japanese one had a sizzle reel, and it was Ninjala getting a game card version in Japan. Fuck you.
Yeah, right.
And then Captain Tsubasa, the football game.
Yeah, that's coming out in the West actually too.
That's coming out in August, end of August here. And then
I think
there's
it's the same worldwide almost.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remaster.
And that they took out the online play. Great.
Yeah, that's weird. That comes out on the same day, actually. Same day as Tsubasa, Rise of New Champions. And then that Yokai Watch game that we talked about last episode, that was on there. The YY whatever. That comes out next month as well. So yeah. Just whatever. Oh, there was the Jump Force Deluxe Edition coming out next month as well. So I guess that was the coming next month sizzle reel.
Yeah. Well, insert wet juicy fart here.
Yeah, Jump Force is supposed to be pretty lame, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there were lots of people clamoring like, why isn't there a Switch version? And then the game came out and they were like, yeah, maybe we don't need the Switch version.
Yeah.
But here it is.
I wasn't talking about just for that game. I just thought just generally speaking about the Direct.
Yeah, for sure. It was very short and very lame in general.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's Scott. Did you get a chance to check it out, man? I mean, I know you've actually obviously heard some of the news and stuff, but did you actually get to watch either of them, the Japanese or the English one? I'm
sorry that I unfortunately did not get a chance to look at them. Sorry,
you're a traitor. You are never coming back on the show again.
I didn't miss much, mate.
Yeah. Okay.
I think honestly the Cadence DLC was the most interesting thing, and that doesn't even interest me, and that was the most interesting thing. So I was like interested for Tai, and that was about it.
Yeah, for SMT fans and stuff like that, I mean that's pretty cool that that 5's coming out, and then that remade PS2 game or whatever the heck it is that's coming too. I mean that's something for a certain subset of gamers, but just I don't think for us.
and Rogue Company. For some reason, I'm the guy who always plays all the free-to-play games and tries them out and then says, "Hey guys, we should play it on game night. It's pretty good." And then we play that game once and then never again.
Yeah, I usually just when I think free-to-play, I usually just think of like, okay, this probably isn't going to be fun. That's been my experience typically.
Yeah, you play it until it stops being fun and starts asking for money. That's no harm in that.
Usually happens like within the first 10 minutes.
Yeah. We'll find out soon enough.
I have more fun when I'm spending money.
Right.
Even if I play it for 30 minutes, I paid for that 30 minutes, damn it.
All right then. So next we move on to some real JAPAnews, main JAPAnews.
Yeah.
People in the chat are dying to hear about this Lego NES, right?
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and throw some pictures up if you're actually watching the video version right now. Probably have something up in the what the hell am I thinking? The podcast, the actual audio version too, and the enhanced version, so you guys can see that. But yeah, I was surprised, and I'm sure all of you guys were too, that the Lego NES version is actually coming out in Japan too on the same day that it's coming out in the West.
Yeah. Japanese people loved playing on the NES back in the day, right?
Yeah. It was just so weird, but yeah. Which was it, James Allen or was it Mark?
This was the quickest turnaround from secret teaser to being announced. It was literally within an hour, because they released this teaser thing where it flashes for 1 second and it shows you an image of it. But somebody obviously took a screen capture of it and put it on the internet. So soon after that, they just said, fuck it. And they just released the actual trailer. Weird.
I mean, just to talk about the set itself a little bit too, if you don't know, and I'm pretty sure that you guys do by now, but basically you have this little CRT TV that you build with Legos, kind of like a background of Super Mario Brothers 1. And then an actual NES system that you build with Legos, and then a Super Mario Brothers, a cart that you build and you put inside of the system, and then it has compatibility with the Lego Super Mario with Lego Mario, who you just set on the top of the little TV, and then he can help kind of make sounds and stuff like that for it. So that's all really neat. And I think this is a really cool thing, but the price is just ridiculously expensive. And as cool as it is,
300.
It's $230 USD.
Wow.
I haven't seen any Japanese prices yet, but it'll probably be 23,000,
Probably 30,000 yen.
No, they're pretty consistent, I think, with the pricing on that stuff.
It's Lego, man. In Japan, they can charge whatever the fuck they want.
Well, yeah.
But the amazing thing about this is inside the TV, if you open up the TV, it's got all sorts of kind of mechanics, right? Because the TV display actually turns around.
Yeah.
Mario actually kind of interacts with it. No idea how they did that. That's pretty amazing how they did that. The kind of the mechanism of it is pretty amazing. You turn the crank handle on the side of the TV, right?
Yeah. Well, Mark Harrison asked, he said, Danny, are you buying the Lego NES? And yeah, probably not. My buddy Josh, who's actually, he was in the chat. I was talking with him just privately throughout the week. And he's like, dude, this is the type of stuff. Because Lego nowadays, I swear to God, they don't make anything for kids anymore. They just make stuff for older 30 to 40 year old men that just have nothing but money and not any time to even really do anything with this stuff. But this would be the kind of thing that you should buy and just never open, and then just literally keep it packed away on a shelf for 20 years, and then you'll be able to sell it for a decent amount of money. But yeah,
sounds like a waste of time.
No, it's literally just a waste of money.
So James Allen says that his wife was pissed about him spending 2 hours on game night with us, by the way. Sorry about that, James, but thanks for joining.
Yes.
But he said she's going to be even more pissed and annoyed about buying a Lego NES. Oh yeah, I don't know how much is in the UK, but if that thing's 250 squids, holy shit. Yeah, she's not going to be happy.
Yeah.
And also the game with the monster modeled on a phallus. Yes, that is Shin Megami Tensei. You're right.
Yes. Right. Cool. All right. Well, let's keep moving on. Actually, James, you're the one that actually. Oh, hello, gentlemen who live an alternative lifestyle. Hi, Josh.
Ooh. All right. Yes, Nintendo Game Pass is back.
Yes.
Much like Microsoft and their fabled Game Pass series, Nintendo love giving away free first-party games for a week. For a week. This time it's Pokken. Pokken will be free from July 27th, that's a Monday, to August 2nd, which is a Sunday. So yeah, you've got pretty much 7 days to play Pokken for free.
Yeah.
So
I will say free week is a lot more fun than free weekend.
Yeah, there you go. So this is the Switch version. So is it called Pokken Tournament DX, right? It's the special one with all the DLC and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, the last game in this Issei trial, as it's called in Japanese, we had Celeste in May. We had Dead Cells, Fire Emblem Warriors. Yeah, I actually made a page on the website with a list of all the previous ones, and so you can see. I think this is the 7th one they've done in total. But in the West, they're only doing it once, which is weird.
Didn't they do it twice?
What was the second one? I know Mario Tennis was the first one, but
okay.
I think
I don't know. I got nothing.
Pretty much, or maybe ARMS was maybe ARMS was a global, because there was that month where they were really trying to sell ARMS, right?
Yeah.
Because ARMS was, like, discounted and you could play it for free for like a weekend or something like that, right? Maybe that was it. Yeah, like Captain Toad. I completed the whole of Captain Toad in the free week, which is pretty cool.
It doesn't take much. It's a great game, and yeah, what a great game to actually have for that. That you can just clear through and be like, boom! I don't need to spend any money on this.
I don't know about Pokken though. I mean, what is there to do? I mean, it's a fighting game. It's like you play with other people, right? That's the fun. It's like going through the story mode in Pokken is not really going to be my bag, but I'll give it a try.
Well, I mean, there'll be other people that have it in Japan,
right?
So
I'm sure it's got garbage netcode there, right? The right time.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, by the way, sorry. The important thing. This is Japan exclusive. You need to have a Japanese Nintendo Switch Online account to download this. But as always, we have a video that will help you change your account to a Japanese one, so you can play it for free. So yeah, it's worth a watch. And like I said, we've got the website page about that as well. So yeah, check it out. If you want to play Pokken for free, you can do that.
Cool. Right.
Next.
And Scott, would you mind taking this next little story here?
There's a story somewhere.
There is.
There's what? Okay, hang on.
I don't think Scott's gender, is he?
Actually, hang on. I got signed out. I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay.
Hang on. I got it. And what? You need access? Request access? What is going on?
I can take it.
Yeah, somebody take it. Sorry about that. I got logged out of my email for some random reason.
Oh, great.
So yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, go ahead.
July 21st is the 3rd anniversary of Splatoon 2. And they are going to do the chicken or the egg Splatfest for 48 hours on August the 22nd to the 24th in Japan. And they are planning on 2 more bonus Splatfests before the end of March 2021. So yeah, I think the last one was pretty successful. Like, people love having the Splatfest back. So yeah, they're going to do the chicken and the egg one again, and another couple until the end of I guess financial year next year.
It seems insane to me that they just said, "Yep, we're not going to do anything else with Splatoon 2. Nope, there's not a Splatoon 3. We're just done." It seems so weird, but at least that's what they initially said. But like, I think it's kind of encouraging to see them still supporting the game and stuff in these type of ways.
Well, yeah, it's hard to really be done with Splatoon 2. I mean, if you're really into it, I mean, to get like a higher rank and keep like a rank X and then keep that rank X, you have to be playing all the time, right? Buying every single bit of gear in the game, and then playing through every single stage in all the DLC and the story mode, and you've got the salmon run and all that kind of stuff. There's so many unlockables and things to do, and like salmon run and the rank X thing. That's a thing where you have to be constantly playing and be constantly good at the game to be able to do that. So but Splatfest is more for casuals, like casual players.
Sure.
I count myself with that as that. I am nowhere near a pro Splatoon player, but they are fun, and it's nice, when the whole community comes together and plays in the Splatfest.
Sure,
it's a lot of fun. But yeah, it is weird. Like, I want to know how much work goes into doing the Splatfest, because can't they just redo all of them? Just keep doing them again and again?
You would think. I mean, maybe they just have some kind of a thing just down where they're like, okay, change around some colors, change around some little images, boom.
I mean, yeah, it's all just preset stuff. I mean, this could easily be just scheduled to go live at for whatever intervals.
Decades and decades, if they really wanted to.
All the stages are done. Everything else is done. They've done the artwork. That's all done.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing. The only work, quote unquote, work they had to do was make those posters and that show which team you're on and that kind of stuff. But they've done those. Just recycle those. It'd be fine.
Well, all the spoken dialogue, man.
Yeah. No, that's already done too.
Well, then there it is. They have no excuses.
Yeah. And I miss the days when all the Splatfests were different in every region. Man, that was crazy times. When even the US and the European ones were different, and the Japanese ones were different. That was so cool.
Yeah, cool. I don't know if that's the word I'd use to describe it, but sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Scott, would you mind taking that next one then? It is about a very similar thing.
Got it. Okay, so July 21st is the third. No. Sorry about earlier. So to continue on the Splatoon 2 train, some exclusive merch will be available on the My Nintendo Store online and the Nintendo Tokyo Store in Japan, and will feature special designs for Nintendo Tokyo.
Yeah, good luck getting in there.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing, but it's there. It's a thing.
I mean, the good thing is that they're not just limiting it to the physical store. You can actually do it, buy stuff via the My Nintendo Store here, which is a thing. And oddly enough, I think I mentioned this on the show before, but I'd like to mention it again, that with this My Nintendo, they also put in a lot of digital stuff, sales and stuff like that on there as well. They put in the top selling games and stuff. It's just a real weird hodgepodge of shit. And kind of a mess, honestly. But it's cool to see the physical stuff in there.
There was a plan at the beginning of this year, before the whole, COVID-19 thing, to go to Nintendo Store in Tokyo and check out all the stuff and do a video about it. But that didn't really work out. But it will happen one day. My God, it will happen one day. I will go there. Yeah, I will make that video. Just not right now because I don't want to die.
Yeah, probably a good call. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Ty, I think you added this one here.
I did not, but okay. The next update for Mario Kart Tour, iOS and Android game, arrives on July 21st. Yesterday. Who cares?
Right.
Our players will have the option of racing in either the existing portrait mode or the new landscape mode.
Wow.
Wow, Jesus Christ. Imagine playing Mario Kart in portrait mode.
Yikes.
Yeah, when I played the game when it first launched, that was the biggest thing that I just couldn't believe they were doing that. I was like, why? Just why? Because it's a Sonic racing game, which is very, very similar, but that lets you play in landscape.
But I thought, James, my dearest James, I thought you were the one on the show, the only one that was like, guys, the portrait thing's not that bad. Like every Mario Kart.
The square, and then there's fucking...
No, because me and Ty specifically said, the split screen like this, up and down, is terrible. And you're like, no, it's actually pretty good. I'm like, what? No.
Dude, on a widescreen TV, when you split it down the middle, it becomes two squares. It does not become a rectangle.
Ty,
It's
A
still
smartphone.
rectangular by the numbers.
A smartphone is a fucking rectangle. That's fucking ridiculous.
I'm not
Yeah,
saying you're
like-
wrong about that, but it's still terrible.
And they also
Yeah,
designed all the tracks to be visible on these really very narrow roads on the portrait mode as well. So I don't know. The game might look completely weird in landscape now. Who knows?
Probably.
But, yeah, they designed it to be in portrait, and now it's in landscape. So fuck knows.
James Allen actually he said landscape mode is actually okay. I tried it yesterday, better than portrait at least. Cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
But so long after launch, though. That's just weird, isn't it?
Yeah, wow, I didn't know they were still supporting this game.
Right.
Yeah.
Not for much
Well,
longer.
next little couple bits of news here, Ty. I want you to chime in on this here in just a second. But Fantasy
yeah.
Strike and Rocket League are becoming free-to-play games on the Switch. So Ty, tell us a little bit about Fantasy Strike and like what the Switch version is all about.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, you can read my review on the Famicast.com.
Oh, yeah.
One of my finer written works.
Right.
But I have some fresh info as well. So the basic free to play will let you play online and practice mode. So you can download the game for free. You can get into online play, just the unranked or the ranked modes, either or. And you can go into practice mode as much as you want. That includes all the characters. You can play as any character you want, including the 2 new ones they just added, which is nice. And so some fresh info I just got in a tab somewhere.
So no friend matches, right?
Yes, but they just changed that. They went back on it. So somebody with the paid version can invite someone from the free version.
Nice. I was wondering about that because I thought our game night would be totally fucked. But
Yeah,
we've got Ty who has the game, so
Yeah.
that's right.
he could invite us all in. We can all play a fighting game with good netcode for free.
Yeah,
Amazing.
and like I can even play it on the comfort of my very nice PC. Well, you plebes play on your garbage baby Switch. It's great.
Amazing.
Cool.
What a world we live in, eh?
Yeah. Yeah. So if
we just finished game night.
yeah, I actually just reinstalled Fantasy Strike like 24 hours before this announcement came off.
Wow.
So that was a fun coincidence. So if you already own Fantasy Strike, you know you have all the nice paid features and stuff.
What's left? Online free.
Yeah.
Story mode is...
single player offline versus is a big thing. So
you can play offline versus. Oh, right. Okay.
Right. So I think that's a pretty clever plan. Like get all the people in for free during the fucking global plague. Get them hooked on the online play, and then when events open up, you know you try to seal the deal and get a sale on them.
Nice.
Yeah,
It's a good strategy.
I think so.
Cool.
Good.
Yeah, Rocket League 2. Any other details on that briefly? Anyone know?
Nope.
Rocket.
We talked about this like a year ago, I think, like how
Yeah.
Rocket League had all the fixins for being free to play.
Yeah. And then
They have sealed the deal.
yeah, James, I think you mentioned it, but if you already purchased the game, you might actually get some extra stuff or something. Some Baphomet dads or skins.
You do get lots. You get a bunch of stuff. I mean, I think all of us have bought the game.
I bought it when it first came out on Switch. I mean, I've had it on PS4. Well, for free.
I actually never bought it. I only have access to it through Game Pass.
Okay.
Well, that was kind of a weird one too, right? Because it came out for free on PS4.
PlayStation Plus. Yeah.
Yeah, on PlayStation Plus, and it was kind of like, oh, what's this game? Like nobody's ever played it, and then it was like, I have played this for a week straight, for 10 hours a day. How do I stop? Please help me, somebody stop. And then it became this worldwide thing, and it every once in a while I just kind of have to wonder how much money they could have made if they had actually sold it at $20, you know?
Well, I mean,
Was this the PlayStation? What do you call it?
Yeah, PlayStation Plus.
PlayStation Plus game.
Yeah, the free.
It was a PlayStation exclusive, wasn't it, for a while?
Maybe it was. So I think, maybe it took a while to get to Xbox. I'm trying to remember, but yeah, I mean, yeah, if it wasn't on PlayStation Plus, would it have even made a difference? So people, I think this probably would have been overlooked, which would have been a goddamn shame because it's a really good game.
Yeah, fair point. It's fair point. That's going back to that chicken or the egg thing. You know?
Yeah, I thought most people played it on PC.
Yeah, maybe it was PC and PS4. But the weird thing was, do you remember Sony was so fucking weird about cross-platform play? And it was like,
yeah.
So like it came out on Xbox and then Switch, and then Switch and Xbox owners could play together, but they couldn't play fucking PS4 players. It's like,
like Fantasy Strike is also on PS4, but it's not cross-play there.
Wow, still even not now in 2020.
Unless it is, and I didn't hear about it, but I remember the game director himself was pretty salty about it. It's like, let us cross-play. Come on.
I found the page, by the way. So if you're a veteran of Rocket League, you are going to be sitting on an impressive inventory of customized items. Fear not. There will be an update, and you will get something special. You will get all Rocket League branded DLC packs released before free-to-play. You'll get established 20XX title that displays the first year you played Rocket League.
Oh, cool.
You'll get 200 plus common items will be upgraded to legacy quality.
Right.
You'll get golden Cosmos Boost Dicey Oro wheels and Huntress player banner and a whole bunch of other crap.
I remember when Team Fortress 2 went free to play and all us olds only got a hat.
Yeah, that was honestly kind of a rough time. Yeah.
I don't know. I noticed my games started getting way easier.
Yep, dude. I could talk about that game for hours, but anyway, please continue, James.
Oh, that was it. Yep. So we're getting some free items. If you bought the game, you get free stuff. I don't know, Ty, with the Game Pass version. I don't know if that counts for you, but
yeah, I'm interested to see how that pans out as well.
We will find out soon enough.
Mark Harrison chimed in here. No one would have played it, Rocket League, if it wasn't free up front. I'm of the same opinion, personally.
Yeah, it was. You're never going to get Americans to play a football game without it being free, right?
American football game. Americans play those games all the time, James.
John Madden.
Can you imagine Rocket League played with an American football? It'd just be fucking bouncing all over the place.
I would totally try that. Oh my god, that would be a great thing to do, like on a charity tournament or something. That'd be amazing.
In Rocket League, I mean, they have like a hockey mode, they have a basketball mode. It's just a matter of a couple of updates, and boom, put some John Madden in there, and he'll hit you in the face with some
They will absolutely do it, and then you'll even have, ideally, you have John Madden in there with the best line he ever said was, "They hit him right in the left neck."
Yes.
Or if it's not a negative play, it's a positive play. Thank you, John Madden. Thank you.
One of my favorites during a Thanksgiving game, he was like, that little girl's got a piece of Barkley up in her teeth. Excuse me? You mean broccoli? No, Barkley. Okay, John. Dude, he's awesome, man. Oh, man. Okay, Ty, that little, actually, the last little bit of news here, this real quick, the Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, a couple days.
Wouldn't be the Famicast and with Ty here without something about Dead by Daylight. That's for sure.
Yeah, never heard of it. A couple days ago, they said the Switch version will be like it's like Steam / Comedy Option Stadia / Switch version will be the first to get cross progression. So if you play it on Steam or whatever, you'll be able to register your Dead by Daylight account and then carry it over to the Switch version. Get all your unlocks and shit on the Switch version.
Cool. Now that's a game that should be free to play.
Yeah, that's also another game that has all the fixins and probably will be free to play one of these years.
It seems pretty likely in their case, right? They have the perfect formula for it. The game's already really cheap for full price, right? I mean, it's like $20.
Not on the Switch, but
or less. Yeah, and it's a ton of DLC with a lot of different characters you can pick and choose. So, you just get like the base characters or something for free. That would be ideal.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for the news. So, James, I hear something pulling in.
I can hear it too.
Is it the police?
Yes.
Can you hear it? The storm is coming, brother.
Oh,
Can
Back in the garbage truck here.
Hell
Yeah.
brother.
It's time for the garbage bag of goodness.
Yes.
And Scott, we missed you on the last episode. I had a game specially picked out for you. But,
You say that literally every time I'm on the stream, dude.
no, but he literally did. He literally
Literally.
specifically picked out for you.
Do we have a clip or something? Like, come on.
Well,
Go back
check
and
out
watch.
the entirety of the. Hey, if you missed it, you can check out the YouTube version. There are chapters. You can check it out that way. You can check it out on the audio version. There are chapters there. There is no excuse for you to miss this, Scott. Come on, dude.
Was that aimed at just me or at maybe all those other beautiful people on the internet? Yeah, very sneaky. Well done, Danny.
There.
Okay, well, we mixed it up last time, and we're going to mix it up again. So I'm going to read out 4 games that we're going to look at today, and you have to call which one you want, just from the name alone, and then I'll show you what it actually looks like, okay?
All right.
Right, so the first one, we have Down to Hell. Okay, no one's calling that one yet. Okay, you want to hear the other ones?
I want to hear. Yeah, I want to hear.
Yeah.
Hell. We've got Coffee Crisis. Coffee, as in the drink. Coffee Crisis. We have RMX Real Motocross. We have Timber Tennis versus
what tennis?
Timber Tennis.
Oh, I think you said Tinder, and I was like, wow, like that dating thing.
That could be
Timber,
hot.
like
Dating?
lumber. Like, is this a lumberjack tennis game?
You have to think about that.
Are we dating lumberjacks?
Maybe.
In a tennis game.
Sushi Time.
Oh, I think I've seen
And we have Get Me Out of Here.
Ooh.
that. I want Timber Tennis.
I want coffee. Give me the coffee one.
Okay.
Send me to hell.
I knew Ty was going to pick that one.
Okay. Let's see if you made the correct choices. Here we go.
Probably not.
So once again, Danny, you chose the tennis one, yeah?
Yes, Timber Tennis. Sponsored by Timber Tennis.
Okay. Well, actually, we're going to start with Down to Hell.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry, I got it mixed up the order here. Yeah, Down to Hell is first, which I believe was Ty's choice.
Yes.
Right. I was thinking about timber tennis, though. I was thinking pretty hard about it.
It's mine.
Down to Hell is a dynamic slasher in which lone swordsmen must face the hordes of hellish demons.
Okay.
It's 99 cents. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I actually taped a dollar under each one of your seats. So if you just check under your seat right now, that's
Checking.
Oh, dude.
There it is.
James, it's 2,000 yen, dude. Thanks.
I only found sorrow and disappointment.
I found it.
There it is.
Oh,
$1 United States dollar.
You're welcome, Ty. So yeah, this is Ty's game. Kill.
Kill.
Again, kill. Just kills coming up. How many times can they say the word kill?
Holy shit. These graphics look good if it wasn't for the frame rate. I assume this is a video problem, but
Yeah.
It's fine on my side, yeah.
holy crap, this is gorgeous.
It actually kind of reminds me of Val Ferris, but with a sword. Right, Ty?
Right.
It's kind of like that kind of
Hmm.
yeah, slightly smaller budget, but there it is. This is Ty's game. You can't take the money back.
Yeah, or maybe like somebody's trying to make like a Devil May Cry kind of game in 2D.
Yeah.
There it is. Down to Hell. Very stylized.
That's pretty cool.
All right, yeah. It looks like who developed this game? Ultimate Games.
Ultimate Games.
It's a horrible
As
name for a
opposed to
company.
Ultimate Play the Game, which was Rare's old name, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, exactly. Rare. Play the game.
Not Rare.
Play the game. Scott, I believe you chose Coffee Crisis.
I did. Yep.
You're
Wait.
a lover of the coffee, I assume.
Oh yeah.
So this one, save the medal, save the world, save the coffee. So the previous game was very heavy metal influenced. The soundtrack was like all heavy metal. You guys couldn't hear that. And this one is as well. Coffee Crisis is an arcade-style beat-em-up that pays homage to the 90s era of classic arcade and 16-bit brawlers. The what the hell? The Smurglian race has come to Earth, and they're not leaving until they steal our most prized commodities: our metal music, the best health, and all the Wi-Fi. Man, that's relevant to this episode, isn't it?
I literally need all three of those things.
Yeah.
How dare they?
Right. So here it is. Yeah. So it's scrolling beat 'em up. Yeah. Let's check it out. Yeah, this is definitely a 16-bit beat 'em up. I don't know where the coffee bit comes in.
Right.
Well, your guy looks like a Starbucks barista.
He does. Yeah. You know, Ty, you know what this reminds me of? Dive Kick.
Yeah.
Even though it's not obviously Dive Kick's not a side scroller, but
this I like this little mini game here.
I love this.
Just got to down lots of coffees, I guess. And there's aliens for some reason.
Think he likes coffee. That's awesome.
Do you folks like coffee?
Scream
for Yes, thank you.
Or it could be like in okay, never mind.
The soundtrack's very metal. Can you notice this little hand in the top left?
Yeah.
He was doing like, can you see he's doing kind of like metal?
Yeah, the devil gesture. Yes.
There it is. All right then. So nobody chose RMX Real Motocross, but if you want a motorbike game, there's one for 69 cents.
Nice.
But the thing, exactly. Right.
Looked like a PlayStation 1 game.
But
okay.
Yeah. But the thing that tickled me about this one, I mean, it looks like garbage, and this is one where the frame rate isn't actually much better on my side. But like, check this out: unlock new tracks.
Why is he avoiding every single ramp?
Clean your bike.
I just love it. Like, clean your bike, upgrade, but don't forget to clean your bike.
Thanks, Mom.
That's the most important thing. Build your dream motocross and then clean it. For 69 cents. Anyway, don't forget to look cool, Danny.
That's the only thing that matters ever.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
There it is. Anyway.
Wow. Ultimate Game strikes again.
But no one's getting that one because no one called it.
You could accidentally buy that when you're trying to get fast RMX.
Yeah. Right. Oh, shit. What a mistake.
Yeah. Crouching koalas.
Danny, you're up. Timber Tennis, versus for 49 cents. So you're actually going to have some money left over.
Nice.
So yeah, take part in the annual Timber Tennis World Championships. Win trophies and complete in local or online multiplayer. Meet Timber Tennis versus an entirely new addition to the Timberman family. Now, if you've been watching The Garbage Bag for a long time, and I hope you all have, you might remember Timberman versus, where it's like lots of guys chopping wood. You kind of
visually, this definitely does look familiar.
It's from the same series, Danny. The same epic series,
of course.
So if you want to complete the whole collection of Timberman games, you can do that, Danny. I know you've already bought Timberman.
All of them. 3 times, right? Yes.
Okay, let's check it out. Now, this is actually, I think Danny made a good choice here. That is the Timberman, the original game, right?
Okay, that's kind of funny.
Oh, I remember this.
And they all paid 1 cent each. Well, check this out, man. It's super smooth. It's a proper 2D, not Super NES, but maybe better than that. Pixel-based tennis game. It looks really good. It
reminds me of like Spirit Sphere DX, which is like kind of like a similar thing, but like kind of like more of a soccer type of deal. But
you got so many like stadiums and stuff as well. And they all look very different. And you got unlockables and stuff available now.
You could use your other 50 cents to get Ski Sniper, still available.
Ooh,
wow.
Yeah.
Forgot about that one.
That game is so messed up.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, you bought it, Scott. Don't blame me.
I mean, I might have bought 5 copies. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yes.
So
I seriously almost picked this up, like for real, just to see what the hell it was. I'm dead serious.
Sushi time? Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you. I thought about picking this up.
Well, actually, wait a minute. How much is it? Oh, this is 49 cents, Danny. You might have.
Oh shit.
So there was a Nintendo first party game called Sushi Strikers, right?
Completely different. But
Completely different. Well, no, we're still making sushi. People.
yeah.
But this is like you're making it and then like giving it to the people. So it's like overcooked, but you're just like you're not really moving. You're just kind of like selecting ingredients and throwing the sushi at people.
Just like sushi restaurants.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
It is that easy.
Goddamn eye.
But this has to be a smartphone game, right? From Beltaro Games.
Definitely kind of seems like one, yeah.
Over 30
I
million
got
downloads.
63 cents in points.
Oh man, Ty could actually buy any of these.
Hell yeah.
Now, so the game that you should have chosen was this one, and if you'd chosen this one, you would have got the bonus prize, and that was "Get Me Out of Here." So fight your way through an alien abduction nightmare in this retro arena shooter. Get ready for intensive action-packed retro gameplay. You play as a middle-aged farmer who wakes up to find that you've been abducted by aliens, wearing only a hospital gown and a pair of boxers.
Oh, a smile on his face.
99 cents. with a smile on his face there.
No boxers.
From Bassman Brothers Games. There he is. Little guy in his little gown there.
God, for me, there's nothing more scary than the possibility of being abducted by aliens, and I'm not even kidding.
Weaponized farm animals. What a great band name.
Yeah, yeah. It's like shooting at like pigs and cows, but they're kind of like alienized or like I don't know.
Weaponized. It said it in the trailer, dude.
Get me out of here!
Yeah.
So there it is.
Reminds me of when I used to go, like when Scott lived at a different place here in town. The place across the street had a gray alien that was in their bathroom, or it looked like an outline of a gray just in the fucking window every single time.
It did. It really did.
Yeah.
Well, what I like about this one is that they put deluxe / remastered edition. They're like, they can't be bothered to choose. It's like, yeah, it's one of these deluxe / remastered.
I like, man, the art's just great. It screams kind of like
honestly
80s,
it sells it.
Yeah.
It honestly sells it pretty well. That's like a really good picture, like of the dude, like the main character. That's very well produced.
The layout is almost like inducing like Star Wars vibes.
Yeah, I mean the guy that's holding a lightsaber back there for crying out loud.
Well, it's like a mix of Star Wars and hobo with a shotgun. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yes.
He gets it. But there you go. Enjoy your games that you have selected.
Can we get a recap of what those games were? I'm on the store right now.
Oh, right. Okay, sure. So we started with Down to Hell. That was yours, Ty.
Right, I got that one.
Down to Hell. And then we had Scott's one, which was Coffee Crisis.
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking for. Is that 99 cents?
I think so. Yeah, it's 99 cents.
Oh, yeah, there it is. I've been hankering for a portable beat 'em up.
Yeah, RMX Real Motocross, that was 69 cents. And then
Nice.
Make your bike clean, remember. Keep your bike clean. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
Look cool.
From it. The things I do for achievement points.
And Danny's was Timber Tennis Versus. That was 49 cents.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good choice, Danny. Well done. A winner is you. Good choice.
Always.
Sushi Time. Was this? Yeah, Sushi Time was 49 cents. And then the last one was Get Me Out of Here.
Get me out of here. I'm not supposed to be here.
So there it is. Enjoy your garbage and consume with care. And do not spend a cent over what I tell you to, okay?
Yes.
Thanks for watching. Back to you, Danny.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for the old garbage bag of goodness. And next, we're going to go ahead and move on to a little bit of feedback from you guys. So if you guys have any questions or comments or anything like that, feel free to reach out to us. You can hit us up by email if you have like a longer type of a thing that you want to ask us or tell us about. You can email us at thefamicast@gmail.com. Of course, if you're watching on YouTube, you can sound up in the comments below. If you're watching live on YouTube, well, first of all, thank you guys for joining us live. We appreciate that. Just hit us up there. Hit us up on Twitter at the Famicast, and you can have your stuff read out on the air like these guys. So I'm going to tackle a couple of different things from YouTube. And James, would you mind bringing up a couple of tweets or anything like that? Because I got one here. It's a comment on the last episode from our good buddy Chariot Goblin. And I'm trying to remember the context to this because so he said the messed up thing with Capcom and Switch is that the Monster Hunter success on 3DS actually helped Capcom survive during their financial struggle. I remember everyone talking about Monster Hunter in the West because of the fourth game. All Switch has is a port of a Japan-only 3DS Deluxe version of Generation. Odd. So like, yeah, we're still kind of waiting for some more official information to see what is going to be happening with Monster Hunter on the Switch. But yeah, I think it's going to be more in the lines of what was on the 3DS because this makes more sense for them financially. So,
okay, I got some tweets if you're ready for it, Danny.
Go for it. I'll pull up a couple of other comments. Maybe we can like alternate in James.
Oh, okay. By the way, I'm not familiar with OWO. What does that mean in Twitter speak?
It means it's a
no.
cute anime sound and voice.
Really?
And
Okay.
bass.
It's horrible. It's a horrible thing to scourge the internet.
Is this some kind of weird sexual thing?
Yeah, sort of. Not necessarily anymore, but it used to be.
It's a copy paste kind of thing. It's a nightmare.
What's this?
What?
Yeah, don't look into it. Just
Look into it.
Don't look into it.
Gaze into the abyss.
All right, lads, didn't need a life story, but like Yoshi, he did that to the La Milana Hidden Treasures review on the Famicast.com, which you can all read.
Oh, whoa, what's that?
Balls, a friend of the show, Balls, Chris, he says, shout out to the Famicast and their Trash Bag of Goodness segment. This screen is from Soccer Die Cosmic Cup, and it tells me it's a true winner. And the screenshot says, winners don't use drugs. So, yeah. So the game's got that in it. And Ty, did you end up buying that one?
Which one?
Cup, Soccer Die?
Yeah, I did. I haven't played it yet, but I did buy it.
Well, I think it starts with the winners don't use drugs, the classic.
Yeah, of course. William S. Sessions, director of FBI.
Right. James Allen is retweeting this Paper Mario Origami King pamphlet. Someone else had posted. Danny, did you manage to get your hands on one of those?
When I got my game at the actual game shop, they didn't have it. I was going to stop at the electronics store, but I just haven't done that. Maybe I'll do that over this holiday weekend.
The Labo. When back in the days when you could go into a game shop,
you can still go. You can still go.
Yeah, I think I had one of those. I might have it somewhere. Anyway, another retweet because somebody wants us to talk about this one is the inappropriate stealth game called Don't Get Caught.
Oh,
it was listed on the eShop, but then it was taken down before it got a release. Maybe I don't think it was actually ever published. I think there was like a pre-release page, but the buy icon never showed up. And this was basically, how do you describe this game? You're in the back of a car.
Masturbation simulator
in the back of the car.
Yeah, and you basically.
I remember I looked this up like last week, and there's like a video of a YouTube superstar Markiplier playing it.
Yeah, so that apparently will not be coming to Switch now. It was so close. It was on the eShop.
So close.
So close. Chris Hutchinson, Danny, is he a friend of yours? No. He's just tweeted a picture of his Lego Mario. He said, "Mine came today. Mine arrived as well."
No, I think just a guy.
Okay. Yes. Okay. James Allen, I think he's still around. Yeah, he's still in the chat. He says his son and I are super hyped for the Lego Mario. 3 more weeks to wait for us here in the UK, and it's just had his birthday too, so he has some money to spend on the expansion kits as well. Wow, going whole hog. So that was a while ago, wasn't it? That was like a couple of weeks ago. So I guess it's coming out very soon.
That was just last week.
Okay.
2 weeks. Shit, week and a half ago. You're right.
Gaijin Drew says, please help. I bought this baseball game, Powerful Pro 2020, but unlike last year's, I can't seem to find the normal online multiplayer. Well, I guess this was like the genesis of you making the video to help people out, right?
Yeah, and actually, speaking of that, we got a lot of good comments on that video. Like some people, one Jonah Getz, he said, "Hey, thanks so much. I'm subscribing and anticipating your other videos about the game if you make any. I have and I will." A lot of people just asking questions like that, and just like kind of like saying, "Hey, you like this one guy named Danny? That's not me." It says, "Yo, super thankful for this. Can't wait for more. Just got my copy today, and I'm having a blast, even with the Japanese learning curve. Having this info from you and doing my own study has gotten me so far already." So it seems like that, this has been helping people out. And what I had made on the channel, on the YouTube channel, and also just like an image too. I just took like the main menu and just like put some kind of like custom graphics and just wrote the stuff out in English so you can see like how to get into the modes. And like in the video, then I show that and I explain it like step by step, and then I tell you people exactly how they can get into a game of baseball with like a variety of different options and stuff too. And I get it, man, because like this game is like full of a lot of Japanese stuff, and if you have no idea, if you can't read any Japanese, it's gonna be a whole hell of a lot of trial and error with a lot of stuff. So I'm more than happy to do it, and I want people to be able to play a game that I think is cool. And just if I'm able to be helpful in that way, yeah, sure, cool.
So Chris Becker also says, well, the real question is, Danny, are you enjoying the game?
Yeah, I am.
All right, then. Got a tweet from someone called Super Cat Drugs. He says, these are also useful for protecting your identity as a huge nerd. And he is, of course, referring to the Famicast masks that we now sell at Spring, which are super cool, and you should all buy them. And we wish we could buy them here in Japan, but we can't. But there's 3 masks you can buy, one with the 3 of us on, the one with the Famicast text, and one with the microphone, which I think is the coolest one. It's like the microphone logo on the front. So it's like, it's kind of like a gray and well, they're all black masks. But the text on it is white or gray, and they all look very cool. And you should all go and buy one. I think maybe Balls has bought one of our patrons. He loves our merch. It was cool on game night seeing everyone with their Famicast mugs, their season 4 mugs. That's pretty cool, right?
Mugs.
Yeah, right, Danny?
Not that I have a mug, 2 mugs sitting on open boxes. One that's James's. No, I would never do that. I just wanted to throw out a couple of other shout outs to some of our YouTube guys too that have been commenting on the baseball stuff. There's a guy out there named Jam and Samurai, another guy named BJ Wayland. They make a lot of comments on the videos and stuff, just kind of asking questions about stuff, and then just general comments. I appreciate that. Anytime you guys ever leave comments on videos, articles, tweets, anything like that, it's fun just to be able to read that. I mean, that's what this is all supposed to be about, right? Community, kind of connecting and stuff. And if we can initiate that in any type of way by our content, I hope we can.
Christopher Volak, he's frequent commenter on Twitter and everything else. He actually, this is kind of like takes me back. This is a Natsukashi kind of thing. But Danny, you used to have a nickname of Danny eShop Bivens.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
But he suggested maybe it now should be Danny Lego Bivens.
Yeah, or e-baseball, maybe.
Right. Lemonade, one of our good patrons, he said he made a video of some of his games collection. Please enjoy it. He's got a YouTube link to his video. It was inspired to make it by Danny's Collection Corner videos.
Collector's Corner. Nice try.
What did I say?
Dude, it's okay. I'm just giving you shit.
Oh, Collection Corner. All right, he's written Collection Corner, but it's collector.
You're putting words into his mouth.
Yeah, right. I blame Danny.
Yes.
To be honest, we've got too many tweets to read out, so we'll move along. So, but thank you for all the tweets and everyone tweeted at us. We really appreciate it.
Yep.
We just don't want this to be 4 hours long.
Yes. All right.
Any more YouTube stuff or?
That we'll leave it there because there's a lot of, like I said, there's been a lot of really good comments. I've been responding pretty much to every single one, unless you're like being a dick or if it's asking something that is just ridiculously obvious. Even some of those I'll still answer anyways, so feel free, guys.
Are we still getting some Assassin's Creed comments?
Not lately, believe it or not. So a lot of stuff asking about the Legos. How did you get it? I'm like, I bought it online. I literally say like in the first like 5 seconds, like how I got it, like in the video. But
It's going to be the new Assassin's Creed.
yeah. Right. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for the feedback. And actually, that is going to bring the Famicast 178 to a close. As always, you guys out there listening and viewing live, all that stuff, we really appreciate you guys coming on. We're going to go ahead and drop our Twitter handles and stuff, and then we're going to go ahead and get out of here. If you want to follow me, you can. You can follow me at DannyBiv, DANNYBIV. James, or should I say Jimmy? Do you like that name, by the way? I've never actually called you that.
Sure. I mean, my character that I made in the NBA game was Jimmy Baskets.
Nice.
That's what they call me on the streets.
Yes. All right, Mr. Baskets.
Yeah, Jimmy Baskets. If you're not on the streets, you can follow me at FamiComplicated. Thank you, and please enjoy.
Tyrone. Christian name.
Yeah. I'm Super Cat Drugs on Twitter. What's on here? Just some retweets promoting Fantasy Strike. It's a good game, and you can play it for free.
Yeah, I need to download that. Right? Yes, you just reminded me.
Get on it. Do it right now. Do it.
All right, and Scott, how can people find you, man?
The Zegga on Twitter, and also the Zegga.twitch.tv if you ever have a free minute and you want to watch somebody who's average at best at video games, play video games online for your entertainment. And been playing a lot of Killer Instinct lately, as usual. So hashtag play KI.
Oh yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, Scott, hey, thanks for joining us as usual, dude.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Always a pleasure. And again, all you guys out there listening and stuff like that, thank you guys so much again. We will catch you next time. Be safe out there. Keep away from the heat and all that shit. Air conditioning, if that's the thing. If you're in the south, okay, whatever. Well, we'll see you guys later. Have a good rest of your week and all that, and we'll talk to you later.
Peace.
Nice.
I'm doing a thing here, boys.
How do you spell Fantasy Strike?
He's doing a thing, boys.
With the letter F.
PHAN. It's not showing up, Ty. This game doesn't exist.
Oh
Are
yeah,
we-
there was
We're
like
still
there was
live.
cut.
We're still
There was
live.
cut.
Are we awesome for participating? Why doesn't it say that on the thing?
No, you're not awesome for participating.
Oh,
Hang on.
Oh,
Okay, bye.
all right. Let me